What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I'd like to talk about Kyle Pitts, but if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content, hit that like button for your boy. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for your continued support, continuing to share out my content on all the social media platforms. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you would like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned, in today's video, I do want to talk about star tight end Kyle Pitts and what we can expect or should expect from Kyle Pitts in year two. Personally, I think that Kyle Pitts is a generational talent. He is 6'6", 245 pounds, and he is one of the best tight ends already in the NFL. Probably a top 10 tight end already after his rookie season. He did make the Pro Bowl in his first year as a rookie, which isn't really easy to do. So that just goes to show how great of a talent Kyle Pitts is. Last season, he did have about 68 receptions, over 1,000 yards receiving, and 1 touchdown. But this year, I do expect in his second year for Kyle Pitts to take that next step. And I definitely think this year his numbers are going to go up, especially in the touchdown category. I think he's going to have more receiving yards, and I think he's going to have a lot more touchdowns. Being that last season, Kyle Pitts' numbers were kind of stifled for a litany of reasons. The first reason I think that Kyle Pitts' numbers are going to jump in year two is teams are not going to be able to focus on Kyle Pitts as much as they were last season. As you guys already know, Calvin Ridley pretty much sat out majority of the season, which left Kyle Pitts mainly as the only receiving threat, as that number one wide receiver threat and tight end threat for our Atlanta Falcons. And even with him being doubled and triple teamed, he still was able to make the Pro Bowl. He still was able to eclipse 1,000 yards as a rookie. So that just goes to show how great of a player Kyle Pitts is. But I really think that his numbers are going to jump this season because the Falcons have done a great job of bringing in more offensive weapons. Bryan Edwards, who we traded for from the Raiders, also bringing in or drafting Drake London out of USC. You still have Cordero Patterson, who's also a receiving threat and a running back out of the backfield. And I feel like the Falcons have done a great job of bringing in more tight ends. They brought in Fisker from the Titans, who's another great wide receiving threat who can fill in and fill the shoes of Hayden Hurst. So you brought in a litany of weapons to come in and help Kyle Pitts alleviate some of that pressure, alleviate some of that attention where teams are not going to be able to just solely focus on Kyle Pitts. I felt like last season, other than Cordell Patterson, who was the running back / wide receiver for our team, I feel like in the passing game, teams loaded up against Kyle Pitts and they left everybody else in one-on-one man-to-man coverage. So this year, with having those bigger body wide receivers, with having a guy like Drake London, who's going to win probably 90% of his one-on-one matchups, having a guy like Bryan Edwards that has size, and having guys like Zacchaeus who can catch out of the slot, I really feel like this Falcons team did a good job of putting more weapons around Kyle Pitts. Another thing I think that's going to benefit, or Kyle Pitts is going to benefit from, is having Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ridder at quarterback. Whichever quarterback ends up winning that starting job, which I feel like will be Marcus Mariota, but either quarterback, both of those guys can run the ball as well. So I really think having a quarterback that's mobile and that can kill you with their legs, especially on third downs with moving the chains, I really think that that's going to help Kyle Pitts as well when it comes to spacing. If you look at our team last year, in a lot of the games last year, because we had smaller wide receivers that weren't beating man-to-man coverage, weren't beating press coverage, the spacing was off a lot last year in the passing game, where teams' defenses were able to shrink the field and kind of stifle our smaller wide receivers. Guys weren't able to catch contested passes. If you look at that New England Patriots game where we had two wide receivers that ran into each other. I believe it was Tajay Sharp and I think it was Russell Gage as well. When those guys collided in that Thursday night game, that was because of poor spacing, guys not getting open, being able to get open and create space. So I definitely think that having a quarterback like Marcus Mariota or Desmond Ridder, with those guys being able to use the RPO game and those guys being able to run the ball, that makes puts more pressure on the defense, that they have to leave a man to focus on the quarterback. They have to leave a spy, or they have to have somebody that has that responsibility, whether it's the outside linebacker, whether it's the defensive end. You have to have somebody out there on the edge that can keep the quarterback from running outside of the pocket. And I really think that that's going to help Kyle Pitts as well, because Marcus Mariota will be able to extend plays a little bit better than a guy like Matt Ryan, who's not really a fleet of foot. Matt Ryan is purely a pocket passer, which we all know. Yes, Matt Ryan can get outside the pocket and run, but he's not going to kill you with his legs like a guy like Desmond Ridder or Marcus Mariota, guys that can, if they get on the edge, they can take it to the house from anywhere on the field using their speed and their athleticism. Matt Ryan is a guy who can get you 5-6 yards here and there, but he's not a guy that's going to, run for a 50 or 60 yard touchdown if he hits the crease. So I definitely think that that's something also that's going to help Kyle Pitts as well in those scramble drill type plays. When Marcus Mariota does escape the pocket and looks downfield to throw the ball, it's going to create more backyard football type plays for a guy like Kyle Pitts, where he can find, holes in the zone and things of that nature, where he can find, where he can go deep on certain plays when the play breaks down. So I really think that that's going to be something else that's going to also help Kyle Pitts as well, is when plays break down, you have a quarterback that can get out of trouble, who also can kill the defense with his legs and keep, extend drives, and also be able to allow Kyle Pitts to have those scramble drill type plays where you can basically play backyard football. So I definitely think that Kyle Pitts is going to have a much better season than he had in year one, which could really be scary for defenses. Being that he made the Pro Bowl in his first season, I really think Kyle Pitts can at least have about 6 to 7 touchdowns this year. I definitely think in the red zone, he's going to be a huge target as well. And that's also where he's going to be able to benefit from having that mobile quarterback, because teams have to focus in on Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ridder. When you get down in the red zone in those read option type plays and zone read type plays, those defenders are going to have to not only be able to just focus in on Kyle Pitts, but they're going to have to focus in on the running backs. They're going to have to focus in on the mobile quarterbacks that can actually beat them and, run for touchdowns as well. But with that being said, you guys let me know what you think of the video. Do you think Kyle Pitts will make the Pro Bowl in year 2, or will he have a better season in year 2 than he had in year 1? I definitely think that his numbers will jump and improve. But with that being said, this been your boy Jew. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up. Peace.